big fish. Oh, I don't have a net. I need to just let this fish kind of wear himself out a little. Oh. Hey there folks, welcome back to Fish and Holler. It is a beautiful, brisk morning here in Montana. And today we're doing something a little different. We're doing some fly fishing this morning on the Big Hole River. Try to catch ourselves some trout, maybe the elusive grayling. So without further ado, let's get on the water and get at it. Hi cows. Good morning to you. Well, it's about 48 degrees this morning and I'm wet wading because I'm too cheap to buy a new pair of waders. Woo! The water is chilly. Chilly, chilly, willy. Some slick rocks. All right. We can get up on some dry rocks for a while till it warms up a bit. I've not seen any fish rising, but I think the hatch doesn't usually start until a little later in the morning, the big Trico hatch. It's really quite vegetated. If you can't tell, I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of looking for fish right now. Trying not to freeze to death. Okay, so there's a moth on the water over there. Let's see if he gets smacked. So that's what I have tied on. Something's got to smack that thing. Wonder where the fish are. So that's what I have tied on. I have a moth fly on. Thinking that was going to be the early morning bite. And then once the Trico hatch started, then to match that hatch and throw something else on. This is a really nice run here, but I'm not seeing any fish or any activity. I'm wondering if they don't get started here until a little later in the morning. Because the guy said like, oh yeah, you hit that Trico hatch at 10 a.m., which back in Pennsylvania, usually you want to be out first light, especially in the summer. But I guess since it's so cool here in the evenings, and the water stays so much colder, maybe they don't start feeding until it warms up a little bit. And then of course, again, it shuts off because it gets, it'll be up to 80 by 1 or 2, so. You and me go fishing in the dark. Look how beautiful that is. Doesn't get much better than that. Well done, Montana. Well done. Well, no luck on the moth, but the fish are starting to rise a little bit. And it looks like these Tricos are starting to hatch, so I think I better switch up to them and see if they do the trick. In case you're unfamiliar, this little guy is a Trico, which I was unfamiliar until just yesterday. So it's a little tiny mayfly. Kind of got a black body on it. I believe this is size 18. I also have some size 20s. The guy at the fly shop recommended using whatever, trying to get him to eat the biggest thing you could and downsizing when necessary. So that's what I'm gonna do. Tie this puppy on and see what happens. Guy at the fly shop also sold me his top secret float recipe, homemade. I don't want to out anybody's secrets, but it smells an awful lot like tiki torch fuel to me. But it does work. Dunk her in there, give her a sniff, think of tiki torches. Makes sense, an oil-based dealio. Let that soak in for a second. Well, the fish are rising all around me. Let's see what we can do. Hooked up. Hooked up. It's a little guy, but we're hooked up. All right. First fish of the day. Took a little bit. I wonder what we got here. Pretty exciting getting them to hit dry flies. What are you? Aha. This is the whitefish I spoke of earlier. Not the target, but they are pretty cool. There we go. Look at the mouth on them. So funny. Oh. So funny. So small. See you, buddy. Well, certainly not the target species, but fun nonetheless. And a cool native fish that I've never caught before I came to Montana. So, pretty cool. And they're busting all over. I don't even know where to cast. I guess into the water is probably best. I don't know if you can see all these little bugs, but these are all those mayflies hatching. It's not quite as crazy as it was yesterday. Maybe it'll pick up. But literally where it was yesterday, it was like bloop, 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 bloop. The fish were popping out of the water left and right. It was a feeding frenzy. I couldn't even tell what was hitting my fly or what wasn't. Why didn't you eat mine? Oh no. Not now. Oh, that one ate it and I missed him. Well, I thought I was recording, but of course I wasn't. But I hooked up with another one of these whitefish, pretty big one. I've been missing a couple. I was having trouble getting them to take it at first. I think my line was spooking them. But it's a pretty big whitefish. They get bigger than that, but that's a pretty good one. Whoa, dude. And they got those little tiny mouths, but they managed to slurp them flies right off the surface. Whoa. All right, there it goes. Cool fish nonetheless. I'd like to find some trout though, so I think I might move upstream. Because apparently there's a special tree that has all the fish hiding under it. Oh, that was on my fly. And I wasn't paying attention. My problem with fishing, fly fishing especially, we need like instant dry fly fishing where you need instant reflexes. I get so distracted. I'm like looking at the hill over there. That's a nice hill. That's a nice boulder. Oh, he just swirled on my fly, but didn't need it. Come on back for it now. I wonder if he like saw my line at the last second and got spooked. I am using 5X. The guy said I should use 6X. I didn't have any 6X and I didn't feel like buying it because I just bought a bunch of 5X. He said 5X works, just 6X is preferred. A little bit slimmer diameter, a little bit harder for them to see. Wasn't ready again. I'm a dummy. It is so exciting though when they just slurp it. Almost as exciting as stripers blowing up on top water. Almost. Not quite that exciting. But we'll get there here soon in a couple weeks. I just had one swirl on it again. So they're not liking something. Catching line at the last second. I gotta like keep some slack out of it. It's tough. You gotta have slack in it so it floats, drifts right, but then you gotta have enough out of it that you can set the hook. It's about to get slurped again. No, it's not. Okay, so I walked my way upstream here. There's a down tree over there. That's what the guy at the fly shop told me to go to that tree. And I could actually get up on that tree and see the fish. I just spooked a good trout. He was sitting in the shallows here as I was walking up. And now I'm seeing some more hits on the surface out there. So I'm gonna fish here for a few minutes and then I'll go up to that tree. I need to get my casts out there a little bit further. Kingfisher. It's always a good sign. I go to the end of the riffle here. They're busting in there too. Maybe they won't be able to get a good look at the fly. Oh my gosh. I just spooked up a monster trout. Oh man, that was a 20 plus incher. Again, the GoPro wasn't on, but I changed flies. As soon as I did, I got hit. It's another whitefish. These guys have a lot of kick in them. A little bit of fight. See you, buddy. Whoa! I think that's how their preferred release method is called the flop and drop. My fly line is around my leg. Did it again. Very next cast. Live action here, folks, live action. This is so much different than any fishing I'm used to at home. I mean, I'm not very experienced at fly fishing, but when I did, it was always streamers, fishing at night for big browns. So it's cool to get on a good dry fly bite. I see the appeal to it for sure. It's weird, they have a mouth that looks like they should be feeding on the bottom. But they sure don't mind hitting some dries. Another nice whitefish. Does the flop and drop. Hooked up to a little dinker. I don't know if it's a trout or a whitefish. It's a little dinky whitefish swimming right at me. See you, little guy. Just hooked into a big trout. Oh, I hadn't even turned the GoPro back on yet. I just changed flies up to a purple haze. This is a big brown, I think. He just came, smoked as soon as it hit the water right here in this riffle. Big fish. Oh, I don't have a net. I need to just let this fish kind of wear himself out a little. Oh, oh, baby. Don't come off. Don't come off. Oh my gosh, it's a nice fish. It's a really nice fish. Oh, I don't have my tape. I'll have to measure him on the rod. Hoo doggy. Hoo doggy. This is why we keep at it. This is what I've been hoping for. Oh, no, 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 no. I want to get him in here before too long. I don't want to stress him out any more than I have to. Warm up into the shallows here. What a pretty fish, even if he is introduced. No, no, no. Oh, well, that was quite the rodeo. The shallows here. All right. Whew. That's a nice fish right there. Now that is a nice little brown trout right there. Heck yeah. That's a nice fish. I just want to get a quick estimate of length. Here's my rod here. Let me get that fly out for you. I'll let you go. Calm down. Oh, he's got some teeth. Oh yeah. All right. Let this fish go. see a big girl. Whew, that was a nice fish. Whew. Yeah, buddy. That fish came on. I switched up. It was my first cast out in that riffle out there. Came on. It's purple haze. Kind of big one too. I think it's size 16 maybe. Purple haze. And the main reason I put it on, well, one, I lost my other fly. Two, got a nice big parachute on there. I think that's what that's called. It's easier to see. I was having so much trouble seeing my darn fly with all these bubbles out there. But yeah, right out in the riffle there in the shallow water, just like Buddy at the fly shop was telling me. So thank you friend. If you're ever in at the Big Hole River, there's a little fly shop in a town called Divide. It's hardly a town, it's like 3 buildings, but stop in there, they'll hook you up. Whew. Let's see if we can catch another one. Picked up again. I think it's another trout. Not nearly as big. It's like the 3rd cast after catching that big, or releasing that big fish. Oh, this guy's turning on the jets. Starting to put up a little fight. I think it's just a bow. At least it's closer to their native range. Might not be in his native range, but we're closer to it. Come on now. Get on in here. This fish has just as much fight as that big brown did. He's just going for another run. Just taking off. I don't want to fight these fish too long and tire them all out. At the same time, I don't want to pop them off and leave a fly in their mouth and lose my only fly, my only purple haze. I should have bought more. It's a nice rainbow. Oh, he didn't like that. I got him. Yep, that's a rainbow. Let's see if I can get a quick picture. He's a little goofy looking. A little bit deformed. Oh, he doesn't want a quick pick. There he is, swimming off. He's gonna chill for a minute. He's gonna need to. He put up a fight, and there he goes. Man, they're tough fish out here. I'll tell you what. They're way tougher than the fish back home. I guess the water being much cooler is helps that. But they do shut down part of this river at 2 o'clock because those temperatures start to get up there into the high 60s. The water temperatures start to get into the high 60s and start stressing fish. So they shut down the warmer parts of the river then. I'm not gonna fish much past then anyways. I think this part is still open, but I don't wanna stress out any fish more than I already am by not using the net. I know I'm gonna get yelled at by some fly fishermen, but hey, I'm doing what I can. I will prepare myself next time. I'm learning my lessons. Let's get back up into the riffle there and catch another one. Maybe a bigger one, maybe a cutty, maybe the elusive grayling. There are supposedly grayling in here. I guess this is like the one river in Montana that still has a native fluvial species of grayling, or population of grayling. Slurped it, slurped it, slurped it, slurped it. Man, you hardly even see, like, I just noticed my fly disappear. I didn't even see a splash in this riffle. It might be another bow. Oh, this is getting me pumped. Getting me pumped up. I have never in my life had a dry fly trout day like this. And I know I've only caught 2 trout so far, with the 3rd one on, but the size and being able to like figure out where they are and learn them and everything, not just dumbing into them. Like, I caught a bunch of trout yesterday, but they were all small. It's not even that big. It's another rainbow, I think. No, I don't even think it's as big as the last one. But it is a fighter. Holy moly. Man, they're pretty. All right, come here, buddy. Man, it's just like got shoulders on him, so thick. That's why he's not giving up. Nice fat rainbow. Wow. Really, really pretty fish. Let's see if this one will let me get a picture of him real quick. Oh, see, maybe that might be a cutthroat. I don't know, or maybe that's like a cut bow. He's got those, he's got that orange underneath of him. Underneath of his gill plate, or his jaw plate. I don't know. All right, he wants to go. All right, see you, buddy. Boom, off he goes. Man, even after a hard fight like that, they're fine. They're not having any issues. I feel embarrassed of my trout identifying skills. Good thing I didn't study fisheries or anything. All right, gonna retie and put some more float on this thing and get back at it. Well, very next cast, I hooked into another one. I did not even see, I couldn't see my fly. I think I lost, no, he's still on. I'm having to back up, I can't strip line fast enough. Whew. I couldn't see my fly, so I couldn't see it disappear. Oh, it's a little guy. Wow, okay. So yes, I couldn't see my fly, I couldn't see it disappear, I couldn't see a sip, but what I did, I heard it. I heard just the slightest, so I just set the hook. Sure enough, got a little rainbow. Whoa. Whoa, my dude. Whoa. Whoop. Oh, that was cool. That fish should not have hit it. It was starting to swing around. The fly was starting to swing around. He missed it once and then came back, hit it the second time. It was about as unnatural of a drift as you could ask for, but he hit it. Another rainbow, I believe. Not a very big one. See, that's a cutthroat. That's 100% a cutthroat. Very cool. So I think that other big one I caught might have been a cutty bow, whatever they call it. Come here. Come here, dude. That's my first, like, nicer, like, definite cutthroat. There's that golden orange, not golden, sorry, orange color under its throat. Red orange, as I'm handling him very poorly. Again, probably gonna get yelled at. Oh, come here, buddy. Pretty fish. Very pretty fish. Pop the fly out of him, see if I can get a quick picture. Oh, see you, buddy. That was fun. That was cool. Very aggressive fish. Well, I think the bite might be slowing down a little bit here. Maybe I need to switch up to the grasshopper bite. That's a thing. So I hear. There goes my fly, just zooming across the water. No one's gonna hit that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nasty. Aha, there are some rafters coming our way. Just switched up to a hopper following the purple haze, but unfortunately purple haze fell apart, so I don't have much hope in that. Apparently that's a good tactic though, hopper following the purple haze in the afternoon. It's a pretty small hopper, but maybe the hopper will catch one. Purple haze probably isn't doing anything. It's kind of falling apart. I don't even know if it'll float. But I think I'm gonna move on downstream and head back to the car, work my way back to the car at this point anyways. I just wanted something different on for my way back. So we'll see what happens, and I'll get back to you guys when we get back there or catch more fish. So the guy driving the drift raft that came on down here was the guy that runs the fly shop. He said, "Oh, you made it to the spot, huh?" So I thanked him. He offered me some more purple hazes, but I turned it down. It's all good. Try the hopper out for a bit and see how that does. Alrighty folks, we are back at the car. I have the river behind me there. The water has warmed up quite a bit. The wind has picked up and the fish have stopped biting. All signs to maybe leave things to rest for now. But before we close out this video, I want to see about how big that fish was. I measured it on my reel here, or on my rod here, from the butt of the rod to about 2 inches past this 5-weight symbol. 1.5 inches, 2 inches maybe. So we'll get a rough estimate. Let me get my tape measurer here. Handy dandy tape measure. At least we'll have an idea. Oh, going in. All right. Put your guesstimates down there in the comments below. Let's hear them. Let's hear the guesses. All right, let's see what we got. So it's exactly 18 inches to that WT, that T on the 5/6 weight, which means we're looking at approximately 19.5 to 20 inches. I didn't pinch the tail when I was measuring it, so I'd say a pinch tail, that'd be a 20-inch fish, which is a pretty big brown trout, at least for me. I know they catch them out there 40 inches, but for me, that's a pretty darn big brown trout. 20-inch brown trout might be my biggest brown trout. My biggest before was between the 18 to 20 mark from out in Pennsylvania, so definitely the biggest brown trout I've ever caught in Montana, and to catch those nice rainbows as well, the cut bow, and then that nice little cutthroat was really cool to see. No graylings, unfortunately. I don't know, I'm probably fishing the wrong spot for them completely, but it would have been cool to see one at least. But if you're ever in Montana near the Big Hole River, I highly recommend it. You should definitely check it out. Beautiful river there behind me. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a comment down below and hit that like button for me, and subscribe for more. We'll see you in the next one, and always remember, nasty.